What's poppin', everybody? It's me again, Sable54, to talk about the best drama Pokemon games of all time, Sword and Shield, because they're best at the drama that they've brought us, and that's it. It's so sad because if you go years back, months back, these games were supposed to be the dream come true, the first major Pokemon games that were gonna be on a home console. I know the Nintendo Switch, of course, is a portable console too, but they were going to be on something much stronger than a 3DS, a DS, a Game Boy Advance, and whatnot. It was supposed to be open world. The graphics were supposed to be amazing. They were supposed to be epic ass, big ass games, and not only did that not happen, apparently, but it's just they've been filled with all this negativity and drama, and it's pretty justified. I'm not. I think the whole thing, where all the harassment and even worse stuff people have been sending the developers, it's wrong. But ignoring that, all the negative feedback from people like me, more level-headed people, because I would never tell a developer to die and all this shit. I don't even want to get into it, but yeah. But all the proper criticism from people like me is pretty justified. I want to talk about a little bit about all the reviews and stuff. The reviews have come out. It's almost like a joke. A lot of the IGN review, the GameSpot review, everything they talk about, saying that Pokedex and all other stuff that would usually be major, like graphics in a game and stuff, that are nitpicks. But anyway, what I want to talk about though is my disappointment with a lot of Poketubers, and this is something that it's basically truth versus it's the message of truth versus being somewhere in the middle so that you can still make money. Because I want to really give a shout out to people like me, people like Tamashi Hiroka, 100%, even the J Wits, and even like Dookie Shed, because these are people that are basically OG Poketubers that I've been so disappointed, and they just really don't care about new Pokemon games. Doogie Shed, that guy, he hasn't posted a video in ages. I don't know if he's Twitch streaming or whatever the hell he's doing, but if you look at some of his videos before he quit, you'll see that he wasn't feeling Pokemon. And you got Jay Witz. Jay Witz is pretty much like posting Yu-Gi-Oh videos, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh videos recently, so you can get an idea what he's into right now. Tamashi Hiroka, the most honest one, she really just doesn't care about the new Pokemon games, and I'm in the same boat. I know a lot of OGs are in the same boat, and this divide, it's real, and it's crazy to me, like how how a lot of people still treat these games like they're actually great, and trying to downplay the negativity and all this shit. I feel like we've come to an end of an era. It's like Pokemon is just going to be for the new kids, and people like me that grew up playing the the Game Boy Color ones, the GBA ones, the DS ones, and what have you. It's our era has ended in a way. We're just gonna have to bite the bullet and just try and get used to these shitty new games, or just keep playing the old ones every now and again. Because let me tell you something. As much as I love, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the Gold, Crystal, Silver games, which I'm actually playing Crystal again, and the DP games and what have you. I've played those games so much. I've done everything in those games, to completion. Just did everything you could possibly do. Like complete the Pokedex, get the Master Rank contests, Battle Frontier, get the gold symbols, all that stuff. So it's leveled up so many Pokemon to level 100. It's not like I can just waste my time just starting and playing them again. You need new games. You need new games. Maybe I could do like a Nuzlocke or something, but I've played them. You can't just keep playing the same game. But anyway, what I was saying is that we either gotta bite the bullet, get used to shitty games, or just move on to other franchises. And I'm a person of an abundance mindset, not scarcity, so I'm good. It sucks if we don't have any good Pokemon games, but I can just always go play other games. I already have so many good games waiting for me to just play them. Like, I haven't even finished Odd Sphere, do everything in that. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. There's some DLC gonna come in that I'm waiting for. I can't wait for things like Bloodborne 2 if it does happen. So I'm good. But I guess other people with that scarcity mindset, they're gonna be forced to play these Pokemon games even if they know how just mediocre they are. I saw a YouTube video from a guy yesterday. His name is I forgot. Damn it, I really forgot. Trust me. I saw from a guy called Mecha, and then another guy, and this other guy, he basically knew, he had a good grasp of what the situation is, like about the post game, about what made the old games great. And even so, he's still like, I'm still gonna get the game, I'm still excited. I just wish things would change. If you just hope that things will change on their own while you're still buying the games, nothing will change. But I guess a lot of people just can't put their money where their mouth is, and that's an issue. Now, regarding the whole models thing and Game Freak lying and all this stuff, to be honest, I'm surprised people are just so surprised themselves. Like, when I see models like Gyarados, Pikachu, other Pokemon that were in the 3DS games, and I guess they made it over into Sword and Shield or things like Let's Go and stuff. You can just sort of see it's the exact same model, just maybe upscaled a little bit since this is Nintendo Switch, not 3DS. I mean, it's obvious. You don't need to be like a programmer or something to figure this out if you just use your eyes a little bit. It's the same with another great example is if you look at the back sprites in a lot of Pokemon in Pokemon Crystal, and then you play Pokemon Ruby, you look at Pokemon like a Zam, you look at Pokemon like I don't know, Meganium and stuff, you can just see that it's the same sprite transferred on the new game. Pokemon, they've been famous. They're pretty known for recycling stuff and making use of their assets. Now, whether they do this shit and it's gotten to the point of it's too much, it's a different story. Like right now, they reused the models from the 3DS games, and they lied apparently too. I don't even care. I mean, maybe Omori, what he said was like a fuck up in translation. Who knows? But at the same time, they put themselves in this position. Like, it's fuck up after fuck up. And, Junichi Masuda, I feel sorry for him on one hand. I can understand now why he wanted to step down from director after the X and Y games. And that should tell you something. That should tell you something right there. But it doesn't help when he just goes out and says, yeah, this is how it's going to be in the future too. And you get used to it. It just goes to show you that, the DP remakes are going to be sort of fucked up as well, in all probability. And there's just not much to look forward to when it comes to the video game side of things for Pokemon. At least for people like me. Maybe people dig the Masters game. Maybe people dig Go. Maybe people, they dig these new games like Sword and Shield when they do more of them. But for people like me, I'm gonna be out of them. I'm definitely not gonna buy Sword and Shield. Depending on what happens with the DP remakes, more than likely those games are gonna be a fuck up too. Like, at least if they have the whole Pokedex in DP remakes, even if they're just another half-assed Pokemon game, I'm gonna get them. I'm not gonna lie. But if they don't even have that, then no way. And the last thing before I forget, I'm not gonna name any names, but a lot of these PokeTubers, I'm really tempted to name names, but I can't do that. I don't want to start beefs. But there's a lot of PokeTubers. You guys will know who they are if you pay attention. That are just trying to downplay the negativity. They're just trying to say, yeah, you know what? It's I'm neutral. It doesn't bother me that much. I can see, that there are some problems, but it's not all bad. We'll see. Or they say that I think there is some negativity, but I think most people, they're happy still. You know, because if you're a PokeTuber and you're making your money making Pokemon videos, you don't want a lot of people to just quit giving a fuck about Pokemon. That's gonna hurt your bottom line. So that's what I mean by are you are you about the truth or are you about staying in business too? Because with people like me, I don't do let's plays and stuff. I'm not like I do TCG stuff, but I'm not your typical PokeTuber where I do all of this trivia stuff and what if videos. What if Ash Ketchum did this? What if videos like that? Just random Pokemon videos. I just do TCG stuff. I'm not making any money from YouTube anyway. So I can be honest, and I would have been honest even if I was making money, to be honest. You look at Tamashi Hiroka, you look at people like Jay Witz, those are PokeTubers that I really look up to, you know. And even though Jay Witz, he stated that he didn't really give a fuck about the national decks too much, but he does say that excluding that, Pokemon games have not been as good as they used to be, and he's not feeling them in general, whether or not you factor in the national decks or not. Tamashi Hiroka, the same. She's been downright playing, the gold, crystal, silver games, making live streams. She probably has like thousands of hours on them by now, and just trying to do every little thing you can do in those games. And she's like, hell yeah, I'd rather do this and then do similar stuff with Ruby and Sapphire rather than playing, these new shitty games, half-assed games. They're not made for people like us. They're basically taking us for a ride. Oh god, it just speaks volumes when reviewers like IGN say that, oh yeah, the developers really respect my time the way they made these games. Yeah, so it's all about basically just doing shit quickly, not working in the games, not having any real exploration, and just going through the shit really quickly, no post game, and that's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But anyways, this has been a completely random ass rant. I don't even know what I'm going to title it. But I just wanted to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield again. I could talk all day about this shit. And I've been overdoing it, but it's just some stuff that needs to be said. It needs to be said, I guess, in a summary that if people like me, people like Tamashi Hiroka, Jay Witz, people like even my brother, you could say, people like Dookie Shed, all these OGs, other people just don't give a shit about Pokemon. It just shows you something where we've come with this franchise. Anyway, so Saber94, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had fun listening to me say this random shit. And we'll say